Так. Проверяем. Проверим, как сейчас это поведет. И можно продолжать. Все. Тюильри. Надо выполнять побочки. Побочки — наше все. Так, в какую сторону? Найти витриол. Если я правильно помню, это какой-то химический элемент. Так, а в какой стороне тогда этот? Так, а я что, тут не был? Это как? Поразительно. Так.
Bon Dieu de bon Dieu, boss. It hurts. It hurts.
Steel yourself, Claude. Be thankful you got out alive.
I'm still in pretty bad shape.
Et puis quoi? Don't you think it was worth it? This tunnel is a gold mine. With what we've managed to gather, we'll be set for a long time.
Поговори с грабителями.
Monsieur,
Huh? Who goes there?
Oh, Sol, let's get the hell out of here! Run, Claude! Run if you can!
Oh, my lure. I told you we get caught.
Бежали. Тут тоже вроде бы как много дверей было. Да. Не всегда оно настолько отзывчивое, насколько нужно. Омануть. Ой, как хорошо развалились. Так, а вот мне теперь интересно, и куда я попаду отсюда? Так, ну отсюда непонятно. И... Нигде нет прохода. Так. Чё ж ты меня-то все отвлекать-то начинает, когда я поиграть решил. Кстати, а тут нет прохода? М-м. Вот тут даже дырок нет. Вау. А, ну понятно, дверь-то была закрыта на ключ. Веера леди Макбел, брусок висмута, жетон карета. Что за жетон кареты? А, все, понял. Это быстрая телепортация к карете. На. Чё-то песики вообще ни о чем. Не, в ту сторону. Опа. Лайфхаки. Я все правильно иду на второй этаж. Что за стрелок там обитает? Цеп-чугун. Больше ресурсов стали давать. Так, тут даже ничего крутануть нельзя. И очень странно, что замок тут открывается через вот эту боковинку. То есть дверь открывается буквально с улицы королевского секрета. Ваше Величество, предатель солдат, расквартировавшийся в доме инвалидов, зажгло искру бунта и пожар вот-вот охватит всю вашу армию. В такой ситуации советую прибегнуть к тем же суровым справедливым мерам, которые вы подготовили для мятежников с третьего сословия. Тех солдат, что не сложат оружие и продолжат укрываться в казармах, надлежит безжалостно казнить на кону спасения вашего королевства. Ваш первый советник, граф Алессандро де Калиоста. Угу.
The lock wasn't forced. Whoever opened it had the key. Monsieur Necker's bonds are still there. There's something engraved on it. H.G. Riquetti. Comte de Mirabeau. Whoever broke into this safe left behind the most valuable thing in it. This doesn't make sense.
И что мне теперь отсюда текать надо? Графа Демира. Он тут, что ли? Дверь непроходимая. Только я что-то пока не вдупляю, Ладно. Не так важно. Обойдем. Спидран, сука. Чем люди представители третьего сословия, чью зумность нам нельзя принять во внимание, ваш скромный преданный слуга.
I have just come from the Tuileries. The armoire d'affaires has been ransacked.
Diable. Someone beat us to it. This is very unfortunate. God only knows what we would have found there.
Whoever it was had to fight for it. I found a body there, killed by automats.
Mon Dieu. How dreadful.
Dreadful indeed. Especially since I discovered this in the victim's hand.
And what is that, pray tell?
A dueling pistol. With your name engraved on its plate.
Oh, May we? You're right. It is my pistol. It was stolen along with a number of other things. It happened just before the Estates General at my lodgings in Versailles. But how on earth did my weapon end up in the hands of this poor soul?
I am certain we will find an explanation. You appear to have burnt these papers in a hurry. I'm eager to hear your explanation.
It's nothing at all, I assure you. Frivolous letters that were cluttering my desk.
Тогда что ж ты их так...
I find your defense unconvincing. Why won't you tell me the truth?
You don't understand. This is a matter of the utmost importance that I cannot
Ну, теперь поугрожать.
discuss with a creature such as yourself.
I am an automat, monsieur. This is true. But I serve the Queen. And my only aim is to put a stop to the crimes that have befallen the kingdom.
Well, know that you're not alone in serving the Queen.
What was in those letters you threw into the fire?
My private correspondence with the king. I had a key to the armoire, which served as a mailbox.
Are you conspiring with the king?
No, you don't understand. I was something of a shadow advisor, a diplomat, working in complete discretion. I feared his stubbornness would lead the kingdom to ruin, so I tried to reassure him regarding the aims of the Third Estate. But when Vaucanson told me what happened at Meudon, I realized it was a lost cause.
You claim to be a friend of the Queen.
The king has gone insane. After what happened at Meudon, that much is clear. We can no longer expect any leniency from him. Hence my support for his wife. She's a headstrong woman, and much wiser than she lets on. You must know that she means to put her youngest on the throne, the young prince, Louis Charles. A regency would restore peace and unity to the kingdom. Then all that would remain would be to establish a constitution. I have the support of the people. They trust me. I'm the only one that can bring about these reforms.
I found your pistol in the hands of a dead man. Who was this unfortunate soul?
Mathieu,
Пришло полчаса
one
сначала
of the
стрима, я до сих пор
servants I
бегаю
had
по
sent to
побочкам.
retrieve the letters. I gave him the pistol for self-defense. Alas, it seems it was of little use to him against the king's automats.
Tell me, what happened at Meudon?
It's all here in this letter, written in the king's own hand. Please, give it to the queen. She must learn the truth.
Why were you in such a hurry to destroy your correspondence?
The letters contained sensitive information about my Third Estate colleagues. If it had gotten out, I would have surely lost my allies' trust, as well as any hope of establishing a regency along with it.
Аббату животу де Фермону, святой отец, кому исповедовался, вам, кто всегда слушал, понимал меня, а вам, пережил меня в тот день, когда сам Господь меня отверг, я убил свой сына, и ты приказал дать ему смертельный яд, поверив, что с помощью черной магии я смогу створить чудо, в то, что дам ребенку, которого врачи считали обреченным новое превосходное тело, я сквернил душу твоего любимого сына, и теперь она совсем еще невинна, заключена в богомерзкой металлической оболочке. Светильное чудовище в чулочок полумашин стремящийся разрушить стены тюрьмы, в которой мы надеялись его сдержать. Все, чего хотела моя дитя, это смеется пятой красоту мира. Я отдал его во власть ужаса и безумия, беспросветного одиночества. Аббат, я хочу только одного, верните мне веру. Это приказ вашего короля. Мне нужны небытие, о котором говорит философ. Мне нужна вечность, чтобы я мог провести ее, пытаясь искупить вину за вчерашнее преступление, которое совершил. Я жажду небесного суда, чтобы мой Создатель покарал меня. Святой Отец, хочу, чтобы моя душа была бессмертной и могу вечно гореть в аду. Людовик. Все? Ну, допустим. По порядку.
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening, Aegis.
Goodbye, Monsieur.
Так, Некер, что-нибудь скажешь?
Monsieur Necker.
Madame? Eh bien, do you come bearing good news?
Your wife. You may rest easy, monsieur. Your wife escaped the massacre. She returned home and left you this letter.
Mon Dieu. She's going to meet our daughter and son-in-law at our charity hospital.
She may already be there.
Madame, I did not dare to dream of such an outcome. My wife and daughter. Can you imagine? And I thought I had lost both of them. The three of us
Нет,
will
чувак,
be
они
able to
живы.
leave the
Тебе
kingdom
повезло.
and put these horrors behind us forever.
What about the bonds?
Oh, the bonds. Do with them as you see fit. As long as the king does not use them. As for me, I'm going to find my family at once. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Adieu, madame.
Minister Necker has given his bonds to me.
That's quite a nice little sum. Can you imagine? That's 1/5 of the kingdom's entire wealth.
Wealth that the king squanders for his personal benefit according to his whims.
Ma foi.
Monsieur Necker certainly has been very generous to his adoptive country.
Generous? I have my doubts. The loan was granted at a very high rate. So high, in fact, that it would have dug the deficit into an even deeper state of abyss.
Eh bien, messieurs, to what use shall we employ this boonful fortune?
А, все будут
If I could
тратиться.
spend it, I'd do everything I could to return to the people their confiscated freedom. To begin, I would get them the bread they so sorely need. It is only after the scourge of famine has been vanquished that armed patriots might then be able to rise up against despotism.
And where will you find wheat, Robespierre? Will you steal it from under the noses of the automats who have sworn to destroy the human race? As for arming the people, this is another one of your delusions. How could your ragged pack of wretches win any sort of battle that'd be unable to lift a sword?
When you insult the people, you insult me, Monsieur de Lafayette.
I am not insulting anyone, Robespierre. But I happen to know what it takes to fight. Unlike you. Monsieur, I was but a lad of 15 when I took up arms. And everyone here knows my role in the liberation of America from British rule. If you allow me to dispose of these bonds, I will found an army that will annihilate the Clockwork King's diabolical machines. As soon as I have the opportunity to leave Paris, I will rally the officers and troops that are stationed in the provinces. Then, I will call for a mass uprising. I will have more than enough money to pay their wages and procure the weapons we need.
And you will have obedient troops at your beck and call, ready to repress anyone who challenges your power.
These troops will only serve the will of the people. I swear it.
Are you sure that the king has spared the rest of the kingdom, Monsieur le Marquis?
I am almost certain of it, mon père. Despite all of his resources, the king does not have enough manpower to occupy all the garrisons in the country.
Aegis, no member of this assembly can force your hand. The choice is yours. To whom will you entrust Monsieur Necker's bonds?
Maximilien de Robespierre. I have chosen to entrust this fortune to you.
Very well, madame. I promise that I will use it for one purpose only. Freedom for the people and by the people. When a monarch violates the people's most fundamental rights, insurrection is their most sacred and indispensable duty. But we must be wary of warmongers, who claim to defend our happiness.
Bon sang, am I the only one who is weary of hearing these?
For they wish only to silence...
Congratulations, Aegis. You've chosen a speech. I am sure the king will be delighted to hear this. He need not fear...
Have you located Athanasius' hiding place?
No, not yet.
Look carefully. Remember, it's on the edge of the garden, between two statues, hidden amongst the plants.
Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Agent?
The clues I found at the warehouse suggest that the...
Diable. You must find a way to...
The clues I...
Diable.
Here. A bottle of vitriol.
Bon sang, Aegis. I'll end up believing in miracles because of you. There's enough here to destroy one of these lanterns. I'm sure of that.
May we know how you intend to do this? Considering that none of us can so much as approach these cursed Vestals. Only Aegis is able to prove your theory. Oh, wonderful.
You're not wrong, Maximilien.
We must find a way to spread...
Chaudolo de la Clos.
Excuse me, Monsieur le Marquis? What does the scandalous author have to do with the matter at hand?
Laclos is not just an author. He is also an artillery captain and a military engineer. He developed the idea of hollow, explosive cannonballs. I studied the patents in the office of the Minister of War. It is a revolutionary invention. Voyez-vous, the projectile is shot out of the cannon intact and only disperses its contents the moment it hits its target. Tests were done using cannonballs loaded with scrap metal, but...
But we could also fill them with vitriol.
That remains to be proven. That would require us to get hold of our engineer.
and convince him to share the secret of his invention with us. A band of conspirators. It is rumored that he is... God only knows where he's hiding now.
The clues I found.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Monsieur Raymond.
Go on.
I went to the Hotel de Massiac as agreed. What I discovered goes beyond your darkest conjectures. The club's members have no intent. Rather, with the King's support, they plan...
Ma foi. But such a plan would certainly only improve the lot of these...
You are mistaken, mon père. If the planters get their way, they will have a great... Only this time, they intend to slaughter them to power their machines.
Quelle abomination!
4 days ago, the Paris Guard captured 100 black people. They were to be sacrificed as part of an experiment to test the effectiveness of the automat harvesters. Luckily, I was able to prevent the massacre.
Where are they now?
In a place they call the Dépôt des Noirs. I don't know where it is, but I managed to get the key. It bears the inscription, Tour du Diable.
The Devil's Tower is a prison in Vincennes, within the chateau walls.
That's 3 leagues from here. We'll only be able to free the prisoners once we're able to move freely ourselves.
At least they were spared the fate that the king and his accomplices had planned for them.
And what will you do with the 2 servants you employ, Monsieur Raymond?
I will continue to treat them well.
However, under the laws you insist, they will become slaves again the moment they leave the...
Certainly not, Monsieur de Robespierre. What kind of a man? The planters of Massiac have been proven to be nothing, but I thought I was dealing with opposition. But now I discover from whom it would be vain to... From this day on, and will not lay down my arms until the last slave...
Rest assured, then, that the people will fight by your side, Monsieur Raymond.
That's the spirit, my friends.
Ага, письмо бессонное.
Monseigneur,
What can I do for you?
goodbye.
Ничем.
Aegis, I'd like to talk to you about... Do you have a few moments to...
Certainly, mon...
I've carefully collected it, but then I compared them with the observations. I came to quite the shocking I believe, like clocks that never need winding, they drink from the anima essence that permeates these machines feed on the dead. The greater the massacre,
Is there any way to stop the...
I believe there is always hope, as long as I remain free to pursue... I keep thinking about the 3 Nemes. These echoes.
The alchemist?
Precisely, mon ami.
What have we to fear from an alchemist who died nearly 4 centuries ago?
Not him, per se. Rather, the heretic who was exploiting...
What do you...
What do I... Nearly 2 months, he had the priests forcibly... Since then, only our... Oh dear. My thoughts exactly.
What is the Lapis Philosophorum, mon...
The Philosopher's Stone. No one knows it. All that is... It's very... Just imagine what...
Так, про философский
In
камень.
the church's crypt. But now they're no longer... We need to know...
But how?
Aegis,
Oui, mon père.
will you help us get to the...
Did you not say that...
There is perhaps a solution. The penitent's door behind the Châtelet leads to the Quartier de l'Hôtel de Ville. It's only opened on Good Friday, but this year, I had the... Here is the key.
Goodbye.
Николя Фламеля. Николас Фламель, блядь, из Гарри Поттера, что ли?
Monsieur de Mirabeau. Alas,
Damn it. Let me think. In light of the cartload of they may even have already. However, my sister lives in. Unless a messenger rode 100, then there is.
If you ask.
Yes, it's very kind of you to offer.
Your own.
Indeed. It's a.
I can be discreet.
Very well. You should know that my mother, the Countess of Covey, has. No matter what I tried, nothing. It is said that she is now living on charity. If perchance your past takes you to this dreadful place and.
Угу. Ну, поехали искать укрытие.
I just want to ask you a few questions.
Блин, туда хрен доберешься. Так, а вот этого тут не было прохода.
Franciscus Antonius. What unusual names. Whose king could this be? Perhaps the guests at the Cordelier can enlighten me.
Расспросить патриота в монастыре. Ну, еще раз спросим, так и быть.
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening.
Franciscus Antonius.
Francois Antoine. Hold on. Of course. That's the master arquebusier. The affair took place during the reign of Louis the Beloved. Just a few. I was still a young boy, but I remember it caused a stir.
I doubt that it does anything.
I don't know.
Monsieur Raymond.
Go.
I found a cane inscribed. Does that mean anything?
No.
Чё, Мироба?
Have you found?
No.
Remember.
I found a book. It says Francis. Do you know who it?
Well, yes. And I'm willing to bet you're looking for a certain Francois Antoine.
That's right.
Well, you'd need to look a little further east, mademoiselle. Across the Rhine for us. Because this cane belonged France Anton
Mesmer, the prince of charlatans.
Good heavens, it's been a long time since I've heard his name.
5 years to be exact since your learned commission denounced his theories.
It wasn't long after that when he disappeared.
Can you tell me more about Mesmer?
He was a mystical healer who was once popular with the upper class. I myself attended several of his sessions.
When and how did...
The denunciation of his techniques was he was abandoned by his clients and resumed his... I think he was hoping to perfect his so-called...
A hope that led him to associate himself with that dastardly Cagliostro. God only knows what experiments they may have... In any case, their collaboration did not last long. Monsieur Mesmer left the kingdom overnight to return to his mother country.
Why did he leave so...
That is a mystery. But those who saw him that morning say it was as if he had the devil at his heels.
This is true. He left in such a hurry that he abandoned everything he owned. Furniture, belongings, and scientific equipment. And it seems that Cagliostro has inherited this treasure.
Is that so? Well, if what you say is true, that broken cane must have passed into the Count's hands. This adventurer from who knows where is... I've been able to observe him. I wonder what he would...
You mentioned...
The king did not look. This led him to appoint a commission.
An institute we were asked to investigate his alleged
Что просто
powers.
скучно это все читать.
But there was...
My dear colleague, it was obviously
Очень много французских разговоров.
What rem...
Следить Калиоста. И он не здесь. Мгм. 49 минут от начала, я в новую локацию еще даже не двинулся. А, мне ключ от крипты дали же. Квартал Отель де... Блять, не успел прочитать. Ох уж эти вечные французские наименования. Там что, тоже проход какой-то? Ну да, и причем обратный. Блядь, а чё произошло-то? Персонаж просто запутался в сосне. Буквально запутался в сосне. Задолбают ведь. Так. Так. Опа. Блять, тут еще огромный кусок локации. Все это в побочке. И я, кстати, очень давно не тратил эссенции. Интересно. Как это теперь будет работать? Ну, больнее бить она точно стала. Обожаю вот так вот их задевать. Бьешь одно, убиваешь сразу всех. Хуй тебе.
Someone has already taken a close interest in this tomb.
Допустим. Еще один жетон кареты.
I will go to the Tuileries and follow the directions on the receipt. It also mentions the Quartier du Saint-Eustache and Rue Saint-Honoré.
Еще одна крипта церкви. Так, и тут, дайте угадаю, проход, да? Заперто. Окей, а тут что за выход был? А, тут не выход, тут просто. Я заметил, этот жетон кареты в каждом квесте фигурирует. Найти мастерскую и выследить Калиостро. Ну окей. Погнали снова сюда. Угу. Угу. Обойдем лучше вот так. А тут-то я не бывал. Так, интересные дырочки. Калиоста и мастерская в одном месте. Красота. Прям хорошо их раскидал.
You monster. What do you want with me? Wasn't it enough for you to steal my dancer?
I'm merely obeying the king, mademoiselle. Don't be afraid. You and your beloved machine will soon be reunited. I give you my word. Voila, here we are. Do you see that window? That's where she's waiting for you. Sale petite peste. I suggest you don't try that again.
Atanias, what could have happened to her in this workshop?
Ну чё, она не зацепилась?
This notebook appears to be very old. I should show it to Abbe Grégoire.
Сотки тысячи порезов.
Balsamo. So that is the name that the Comte de Cagliostro uses to conduct his business discreetly.
Угу. Да сейчас разбежался. Маркиз де Миро прошел связаться с полицейским интендантом в городе Гресс, чтобы мою дочь Лизу доставили в монастырь на улице. Пусть она придаст ее визитанткам, а не позаботится, чтобы Лиза пробивала всю оставшуюся жизнь молитву служении Богу. Мой передач генерал-лейтенанту полиции. Тушки. А она что, считала себя уродиной, что ли?
You'll stay with me always, n'est-ce pas? Without you, mon ami, I'd be all alone.
This box is covered in astronomical symbols. It's no use. I can't get it open. I should show this to Monsieur B.
И теперь мне куда? Обратно в карету? Пойти поубивать. Так, а они, кстати, будут мощнее, чем мои, да? Опять сюда. Прошло 1,5 часа стрим. Я залип на побочках. Бай Грегору.
Can I help you, Aegis?
I found this note.
Indeed. Oh, hold on, boss. This handwriting. It's in Nicholas Flam. Give me some time to study this.
Have you finished reading the notebook, mon père?
Yes, Aegis. And what I learned from it. 3 journeys in tormented spirits that are unable to ascend to heaven.
This world. It's where.
En effet, I believe you're right. He wrote this in the final paragraph. What if his body Aegis, because of your unique nature,
What do you mean, mon père?
If the soul that animates you has been bound to the automaton that serves as its vessel, and if this were the case, the soul would travel to purgatory. But
Hold on. Are you trying?
I'm offering you a chance to speak to
Assuming I agree.
Certainly. Or that of the pill. If Flamel's soul is trapped in purgatory, as we've guessed.
Is it still?
Of course. It's on Rue de Montmorency. You can get there via the cemetery of the...
And how do you plan to free?
We would simply need to for a short time, of course. As for the rest, it will be a question of... Therein lies the problem. But it is fast. Perhaps, Miss...
Goodbye, mon père. Monsieur Bailly. I found this book. I believe it belongs to...
Athanase. I built it with my...
I wasn't able to...
Naturellement. Allow me. You must arrange the planets the way they were aligned on the day of...
What's this lock?
Athanase is always wearing... She said it would to think.
Вспоминания.
You monster! What did you do to her?
Угу. Эгида.
Good God. Ludia. What happened? You froze the moment you touched the locket. I thought I'd lost you.
I saw her. At a nice de Vaucanson. The Comte de Cagliostro has her.
Mon Dieu. It is just as I feared.
He bound her spirit to an automat.
Please. Say no more. Athenais. It is her spirit that animates you, is it not?
Yes. I believe so.
Seigneur, quelle abomination. It is vital that you go and find Athenais as soon as...
She is right in front of you.
Alas, you know nothing of Athenais, Lydia. Nothing of her past. You are but the vessel that harbored...
Where can I find...
God only knows. Although I assume this is certainly the only way to keep her... The only way to free her is to find her body.
Why was Eugène de Vaucanson imprisoned in the Bastille?
Once he discovered the king's true intentions, he refused to continue cooperating with him. He refused to use his talents to create this abominable army. But the king didn't take kindly to his resignation. Eugène did manage to get a letter to me just before he was arrested. Here, take it.
Monsieur Lavoisier,
What can I do for...
do you think there is any way...
To what end?
I would like to briefly sever the bond between...
It is a very strange request.
According to the abbot, my...
Oh, that dreadful place. Why on earth would you want to go?
I hope to find answers to some...
You must understand, madame, that your very nature
Bach.
is a mystery to us. We are ignorant as to the principle that imbues you with life, nor do we know how your machinery works. That is why it is impossible for us to make even the slightest alteration. It would mean taking an unacceptable risk. Of course, if we had documents that could shed light on the matter...
Antoine, the blueprints.
What blueprints, mon ami?
Ludia's. Eugène gave them to me when he was working on the modifications ordered by the king. He wanted my opinion on the potential for reducing the size of certain key parts. The documents are obsolete now, but they could tell us quite a bit about the mechanical principles that are shared by Ludia and Aegis.
Bon sang, you're right. Where are the blueprints now?
Alas, the situation is not in our favor. I kept them in the safe at the observatory, but earlier, when I went there to collect my most important documents, before setting off for the convent, I found looters making off with its contents.
Blasted scavengers. Their kind are always quick to make the most of chaos.
I chased them to the keys, but was unable to apprehend them. When they disappeared into an underground passage...
You acted wisely, mon ami.
I'll try to track them down. Goodbye,
Did you find the blueprints?
No, monsieur.
Don't forget, the looters... I find it hard...
Goodbye.
Интересно, я долго буду все-таки бегать в этих побочках? Прям душит. Буду честен. Ладно. Выполняю эту побочку и иду по сюжетке. Меня задолбало, если честно. Интересно, что это так сильно... От огня-то страдаю. Да. Прикол.
The looters from the observatory. Poor souls. They didn't stand a chance.
Очень больно дерутся тут враги.
Ludius blueprints. Fortunately, they are in perfect condition. Monsieur Bailly will be delighted.
Все, отсюда нет другого выхода. Отправить или принести. Нажал отправить, в итоге все равно сказали принести. Мне кажется, с видеокартой что-то интересное стало. Она не успевает прогружать текстуры.
Monsieur B. Here are the blue.
Good heavens.
Your thieves were not.
Oh, the poor souls.
Certainly, sir. Let us look at...
No, Antoine, the F-wheel is not part of the cog that transfers the driving force to the escapement.
Diable, you're right. It's driven by the B-wheel, and it's...
Precisely.
True. All we would have to do is separate these...
And to put them back in place at the...
You will not be able to assist me. I have to...
You must be joking.
By no means.
Unfortunately, madame, you're asking...
Oh, sir.
Once your spirit is untethered from this...
Hold on, my dear Antoine. Is this device in figure 4?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so... It's a...
The dial has marks from 1 to 15.
It was to allow Eugène to plan the duration of Ludia's dances in advance.
Oh, I see. And by reversing the position of...
Nous y sommes, mon ami.
Will Aegis be able to operate this device her...
We'll make it easier for her. All you have to do is put a bolt there that she can remove. Yes, a small iron rod will suffice. We won't have any trouble when the timer dial reaches 0. However, given the dial's fragility, we will probably get only one chance to try this.
Are you sure that the bond between my soul and...
Ma foi. What do you say, mon père?
Don't be afraid, Aegis. Your soul will seek refuge in the only body it has available.
Well then.
Let's begin.
Voila. Everything. When it's time, just pull on the...
Remember, we wish you good luck.
Remember, here is the key to our prayers.
Опять между мире. Ну господи ж ты, боже мой, эти квесты. Сегодня, походу, будет день побочных квестов. Тупо целый день на побочках. Мне интересно, без побочек он за сколько проходится? Так, а у меня есть один. Ай, Масик. Пипец. Ё-моё, откуда мне бежать? Так. Не, ну парирование со статусами прям красиво. Лед местами прям тащит. Так, допустим, а что там тогда было? Понял. Побег отсюда.
Monsieur.
Zounds! Praise be to the Holy Mother of our Lord, at last thou speakest! Gentle dame, you have erred here for so long, not a word uttered. In singular contemplation of such terrible slaughter.
A long time, you say? That's not possible, sir. I've just now appeared to you.
Nay, thou must trust me. And thou wast hardly alone in this limbo. There were many travelers, stiff and silent, all in agony, all bound to the anchor stone.
What travelers do you speak of?
The first to arrive was a sobbing child, searching for his mother. After him, many a damned soul carrying their own heads in hand. Then, those whose thoughts passed through me. A minister of God, tormented by doubt.
Hold on. A minister of God? Monseigneur de la Fare?
A scholar with soul star-filled, and a learned master of alchemy.
Monsieur Bailly and Monsieur Lavoisier.
A usurer who shed so many tears for his lady.
Monsieur Necker, mourning his wife.
All bound to the anchor stone. Wretched souls, their ascension to the heavens repelled.
The anchor stone, monsieur.
Lapis philosophorum.
The philosopher
Aye! Vile knave who took it for
Cagliostro.
well met. The rope for this varlet and I shall be avenged. The anchor stone keeps the travelers in this limbo and makes them masters of the Iron Titans.
The terrible slaughter. You say I was just observing the massacres.
Aye, vile innumerable crimes. The devil's own accursed titans and their restless horde. They drinketh from the lake where the souls of the dead sleep. Men and women offered in sacrifice to feed the pyre. Then the terrible maw was opened, and in flowed legion of the dead. Ne'er hast I seen such and so many here during all my stay. The stone is verily mine dark confine, lonely, so lonely that mine vessel is no more, and my soul still cloistered in this place. Alack,
I don't despair of ever ascending to heaven. Gentle dame, I prithee do shatter my stone.
You want me to break the stone that contains your soul? Is that what you're asking me to do?
Aye, my God, I beg thee.
Do you know where this stone is? You've been buried for more than 3 centuries, monsieur.
The precious jewel, sublime treasure, was inscribed in my legacy, my testament. On my tomb engraved, gentle dame, on the tomb!
Все, очнулась.
What a strange encounter. I must tell Abbe Grégoire about it immediately.
Так. Чё, у меня опять? А, нет, кстати. У меня в любом случае в карету.
Can I help you, Aegis?
The plan worked as we had hoped.
This is extreme.
You were right about the rest, too.
Mon Dieu, 4 centuries.
Yes, mon père.
Please.
He said he had met other visitors who were speaking of Monseigneur de la Fare. They all seemed unaware of his presence.
All those whom Cagliostro turned in. The subject has the impression of being the automat it is bound to, but his soul remains in...
Mon père, Monsieur Flamel begged me to free him.
How can we help?
If he is to be believed...
Of course, the Philosopher's Stone. The Anchor Stone.
Look at this, mon père. These are
Heavens, they do. Aegis. The ancient chalice. It was entrusted to me by the parish priests, along with some other relics. Here's the key. Go.
Goodbye, mon...
Интересно.
Here it is.
4 centuries, Aegis. 4 centuries. No mind can begin to comprehend what this poor man has suffered.
Is this the fate that awaits us? An eternity of silence and solitude?
Purgatory is just a stop on the journey, Monseigneur.
Oh, I would give anything to believe it again.
Monsieur Flamel, the time has come to set you free.
nous garde.
Oh, blessed maid who has broken my chains! Heavenly light! Oh, heavenly light! I shall become one with it!
Et cum haec dixis et videntibus illis elevatus est.
And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up.
Hallelujah! Purgatory is not the end. Do you know what that means, Abbot?
Before I say anything, I would like to take the time to consider the phenomenon we have just witnessed with a clear head.
You are mistaken. What we have just seen and heard makes us new apostles. From this day on, I will live only to share the good news of this divine manifestation.
That is all well and good, Monseigneur. Alas, I will not be able to join your apostolate, for there is no mission more vital than the one we are undertaking. At a moment when the tyrant aims to annihilate his subject.
Все. Наконец-то, блять, все эти побочки кончились. Шахты. Блять. Я вот уже чувствую, как мне вот по всей этой хуйне надо будет бегать. Ладно. Значит, этим уже займемся в другой раз. Просто день